Hey, good afternoon. We're going to talk about how to solve these two-step problems when you're looking at geometric means. So notice first that I can't solve any of these problems with just the information that I'm given. If I needed to find the altitude here, well, I need at least one of the two parts of the hypotenuse, right? So if I had, let's say this were 21. Well, obviously I could find WY pretty quickly, but at least then I could say x over 21 equals 4 over x. And then I would have x across from itself diagonally. I could cross multiply, simplify. It would be a nice one-step process. But I don't have that. So what I can do is I can find either wy or xw using either of the two legs that I was given. So I'm going to try 7. And what we have to do here is we have to introduce a variable. So maybe this is z, or you could make it w if you'd like to do that, or a or b. I'm going to leave it as b. And now I've got my leg situation where I have this leg. The leg will go in twice, so 7. So 7 is the leg, goes across from itself diagonally. And then I've got the whole hypotenuse of 25, and the part of the hypotenuse closest to 7, which is this b that I've introduced. And now I can set this up and solve. So 49, which is 7 times 7, equals 25b. And then all we have to do here is divide by 25. So 49 divided by 25 will be 1 point something. 1.96. So b is 1.96. All right, so I found b, but I'm not quite out of the water yet. Now I need to figure out what xw is. And this one is probably the nicer step of the two that we have to do to set up our problem. I'll take 25 minus 1.96 to get 23.04. So now I have 1.96 and 23.04. So we set up b, that extra variable, just to find those two pieces, and now I've got this very nice problem where I can use the altitude situation, that formula. X goes in diagonally across from itself, 1.96, 23.04. So x squared equals 1.96 times 23.04, which is 45.1584. Or you can just call it 0.16. And now if you take that number, square root it, and you get 6.72. All right, let's try that one more time. So our first step, if you're not given either of the two parts of the hypotenuse, but you need to find the altitude, what you can do is you can take your either leg, doesn't matter. You could take 12 or 16. I'm going to take 12. And you're going to introduce a variable closest to 12 on that part of the hypotenuse. So I'll call this one A. It really doesn't matter what you call it. But now that you've set up a new variable, now you can use that variable So 12 is the leg. A is the part closest to the leg. 20 is the whole hypotenuse. So 144 equals 20A. So 144 divided by 20, and A is 7.2. Okay, so A is 7.2. So I'm going to fill that information in. And now that I know what A is, I can find out what this other missing part is by subtraction. 20 minus 7.2 is 12.8. And now I've got a nice problem set up where I can use my altitude. So x is the altitude. 12.8 is one part of the hypotenuse. 7.2 is the other part, which means that x squared equals 12.8 times 7.2 is 92.16. So x is going to be somewhere in the 9 range. If I square root both sides, x is 9.6. All right, there are two problems down here that you can practice with if you'd like to. I would encourage you to pause the video and then practice these two problems, and then unpause the video and check your work. All right, for number 7, you should have gotten approximately 13.8. And for number 8, you should have gotten approximately 14.1. So let me know what questions you have. Send me your questions or ask them in person, and I will see you soon.